After 2 month hiatus from YouTube, Nikki Phillippe is back and it is bad. Hello my love and welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about Nikki Phillippe's return to YouTube. Nikki posts lifestyle and family vlogs and she's been under fire over putting her dog Bowser down 2 months ago. A brief summary of this story is that the kid was messing with Bowser and Bowser bit him. So Nikki and the husband had Bowser euthanized. They received a lot of backlash over that and Nikki stopped uploading on YouTube until this video that we're about to play.
Today, I'm here with you to talk about what has been going down the last couple of months and really the elephant in the room, what happened the last time that I saw you guys, because it has been an absolutely insane 2 months for so many reasons. And, obviously I'm sitting here in my car today filming. I haven't seen you guys since I was on the other side of the country because yes, we have moved since then. The whole move was really, really crazy because of everything that unfolded in our previous video.
The video that she is talking about was the one uploaded before the 2 month hiatus. In this video, she and the husband told the audience what they had done to Bowser. They do also a really great job at painting Bowser as the bad guy, telling how he had injured several other dogs and was attacked by another one, and they wanted to euthanize him many times before, and trying to make her and the husband the good guys because they took Bowser in despite his aggressive past and gave him all the chances they could in hope that Bowser would change. Really?
But I also want to go over a couple of just kind of things from the last video before we move forward, specifically because I have some family members that really felt like I need to clarify a couple of things. So that's kind of part of what I want to do today. But in that.
Okay, so are you making this video because your family members wanted you to? Or are you making the video out of your hurt? It sounds to me that it is the former, because if your family have concerns, why addressing them with your fans and not your family? That's sus.
Putting Bowser to sleep, as we said in that video, was the hardest thing we've ever done in our lives, both of us. That was so difficult in and of itself. So many people's judgments of us and where our headspace was and our heart and our decision making and everything was just so inaccurate. It was jarring. It was
not to make excuses for people, but you gave them ammunition to judge you that way. You can't tell people how loving and friendly and so inoffensive your dog is and then kill him because according to you, he had always been a violent dog who attacked your toddler. Do you see the problem in that long sentence?
I've gotten so many messages. I haven't even been able to read them all. So even though, as everyone saw on public display, that a lot of people are very upset with us, did not agree with us.
Of course they don't. How can they when you spend your time lying and making it always so that you are the victim who never does anything wrong and did not do anything wrong with the entire Bowser situation?
Then decided to tear into our character online and twist a bunch of other things, even though that is a reality and has been crazy. Being canceled is crazy. We lost all of our work as of right now for the rest of the year. A large portion of our income has been this kind of family business on the internet, and sponsorship has been a big thing for us. And, the mob.
The mob?
Kind of won in that sense. We lost all of our work. And so processing everything.
So your audience is the mob. Honey, you got cancelled because of your own actions. Lies and manipulations never go well for creators, and you should know that for having been on YouTube for as long as you have been. Fact. Creators get cancelled for breaking the trust that their fans had in them, and you sure did. So you see, even in this video, she's not taking responsibility for her own actions and instead blames her audience for her loss of sponsorship, and all while she is the one who caused that to happen. Do you see a pattern here?
Dan and I are people that want to learn. We want to learn from our mistakes. We want to continue to grow and change. And I can't stand.
If you want to grow and change, then start by taking responsibility for your own actions. That's how you grow and change.
Everything we said in that video was our truth and the truth.
Then why did your fans cancel you? In the video, she takes back the Bowser situation and how they downplayed the entire life of Bowser, being always aggressive, but they wanted to protect him so much that it blinded them. Again, making excuses and contradicting herself. Bowser was always a gentle dog until he became aggressive all his life and attacked their toddler one day. Does that sentence make any sense to you? Because to me, it doesn't.
Nope.
With people, right? Protecting people and kind of like not wanting people to know. But there was that feeling for us, even while filming that video, like this shame of not wanting to make Bowser appear like a bad guy.
But that is what you did, though.
So over the weekend, going into the weekend on Friday, we had to put Bowser to sleep.
We had Bowser for almost a decade, and he's for those of you who know him or have been around him, he's an angel. But you know, he likes to get rowdy, and that's part of the reason why I liked him. One of the things I liked about him. But for many years, for most of his life, he was an extremely dangerous animal outside the walls of my house. So he was definitely an outside animal that I had to keep inside.
They paint Bowser as being dangerous outside of living with them. Really? If you knew the dog was violent, why did you take him in? And why did you leave him unattended with your toddler? Because if you say that you knew the dog was dangerous all along, you are admitting to bad parenting and endangering your child's life. And social services should be paying you a visit.
And then the second thing that I debated saying, because I'm not trying to get in like a receipts battle with people, like last thing I want to do, but there were
You're not trying to get in a receipt battle with people? Really? It is the 21st century, and in this age of the internet, receipts are how you prove your innocence. Fact. Pictures or it didn't happen, literally.
But I felt like I had to kind of explain what happened because I disappeared, and I disappeared because of my mental health.
Okay, I'm not going to downplay mental health because I know how serious it is for living with mental illness myself. But she said she was cancelled, and now she is using mental health as an excuse for leaving. At the start of the video, she said they moved, which is also why she was gone. Listen, I'm seriously confused. I understand some events can be triggers and destabilize mental health, but look, even in these videos, she is going all over the place, lying in hope to be seen as the victim. It's too much.
Here's where we're at now. I'm going to be turning off comments for the time being on everything.
So she is silencing her audience because only her truth is the truth.
What?
Don't get me wrong, anyone has the right to allow comments or not on their platforms, but turning them off means that you only allow one-way conversation, which is when you are the one expressing yourself only. And if she wants to change and grow, as she said earlier, how can she do it without constructive criticisms that others might leave in the comment section?
And I'm actually going to be restarting Patreon. So what I'm going to be doing on Patreon is I'm going to be uploading all of the videos that I put on YouTube to Patreon as well, and that is where comments will be left on.
Patreon is a subscription-based platform. In short, here she is saying that you have to pay to interact with her, not that you may pay to support her. By the way, no one is forced to support anyone, but no, you may not pay to interact with her. You have to in order to interact with her. Plus, you will be paying for the same content that you've already received for free on YouTube too. So, in short, you must pay to comment on her videos.
Stop right there.
Let that sink in for a minute.
We know that a lot of language is being censored, and I think it just makes sense to continue or to move forward in investing time in that community. Too quick.
Yes, YouTube does censor some words, but you should never force your community or anyone to support you financially or any way possible. Fact. It is great for those doing it voluntarily, and we content creators appreciate it very much, but forcing them into it? That just does not sit well with me. Look, thank you for watching this video, but if you want to comment on it, become a member on my Buy Me a Coffee. Comments are always on over there. Basically, in that video, she came up to play the victim and tell her audience that they need to pay from no one in order to interact with her. She lies here and there and does come off as manipulative. I don't know. What are your thoughts, my love? Please let me know in the comments below because I'm confused. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, and if you're new to the channel and like what we do here, please consider subscribing. All of that does help me and the channel, and I thank you so much for your support. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.